So let's talk about this today on Car Share Genius. What happens when you're dealing with knucklehead customers? And that's right, we're going to talk about that because I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like it's all roses and honey and milk. You do deal with agitated customers, more likely knucklehead customers. It's another word I would like to say. I don't think I can say it on here. I don't want to get demonetized. So before we start, make sure you subscribe. This is the channel where I give you updates, tips, and guidance on how to start your fleet out like I've done with my 12 vehicles. So let's go ahead and get started. I recently had a customer who wanted to go up and down with me about the cleanliness of the car. Now, I have no problem if the car's dirty. I own up to it. If you say, hey, you got a dirty car, I'm a man, I own up to it. But don't come to me 2 days after you got the vehicle asking for a discount. So this guest wanted to get a discount. Actually, she wanted a partial refund to be exact. And I always do this, and this is what I want you to learn. Before a trip goes out, like literally minutes before it goes out, you need to put in your automated messages, if there is anything that you see wrong, please let me know as soon as possible. Twice. About 15 minutes before the trip start, and about like an hour or 3 hours after the trip has started. Why, Luke? Because you got it in writing. And if it's in writing, it's official. So let's think about it. I give people plenty outs. Hey, the wheel is turning to the right. Or I think the tires are pretty low. You know, something that I can resolve real quickly because where I'm at in Charlotte, I can get people there for free. So if they need to go get air in the car, they can go discount tire. I got an account there. If they need to get something really quick to be fixed, hey, we can go Firestone. I have an account. I have no issues establishing that. What I have a problem with is when people are trying to nickel and dime you. Now, this person came off all sweet and stuff. Then all of a sudden, she started taking pictures. And I thought something was wrong. Usually when you get pictures in the middle of the trip, something bad has happened. And I said, oh God, my mind is gravitating to something bad. But then she saw pictures of, oh, this car's dirty. It's really dirty. Okay. My question to her was, why did you wait 2 days? And since I'm looking at it, so maybe I'm not looking this right. Like, the car did go out 2 days ago. Why is she writing to me now? Is there a time delay? Her argument was that I already had these photos. They got timestamped, but none of the photos were uploaded on Turo. So Turo has a strict policy about photos before 24 hours and photos after 24 hours. So that's what I had a problem with. I was just like, I don't get this. I don't understand it. I said, man, the car has been clean. No, this car ain't been clean in 2 days, blah, blah, blah. In fact, we have proof that the car was clean within 2 days because remember we talked about having your car having a membership on it? That was pretty good stuff. You want to have that. You don't want to be where your car is not able to be clean. So I have an AutoBell membership. And the AutoBell membership allows me to go ahead and have my car clean anytime I want it to be clean, inside and out. And I always recommend that to the team. Make sure you have a package ready to go so you can rent the vehicle out. If a car is going out 12 hours, you don't have to wash it. You can have someone wash it for you and detail it for you. So she's arguing. I'm getting frustrated because I don't want to be getting in an argument, lady. It's late at night because I'm over in UAE. And she's trying to get this damn refund, this partial refund, even though she's still driving the car. And my belief is that if you already have the vehicle already discounted, which I do discount my vehicles, I'm not going to discount it anymore. There's not going to be any more discounts. I'd rather just take the hit. Because if you got those type of customers, you don't want those customers in your pick. And that's just being honest. You don't want these type of customers who are haggling you, because it's not worth it. It's going to cause you unnecessary stress. The other guests out there who's not going nickel dime you, they might say, hey, the car was dirty. I just wanted to let you know. And that's it. Not, well, I want a partial refund while I'm in the middle of the trip. What that is, to be honest with you, these are people who didn't manage their money correctly. A lot of people who are doing that are on a tight budget, and they call themselves trying to save by complaining about stuff that should have been brought up the moment they have. So I give them the book. That's another thing I tell them. I give them the terms and conditions, the first message when they book. I say, hey, thanks for booking the vehicle. Shortly, the vehicle will be with you. In the meantime, please read the terms and conditions. And there's a link to the terms and conditions, and they don't read it. A lot of people don't read it. A lot of us don't read it, but it basically lists it out. And then I talk about in my automated messages what you should do and what you should not do. I talk about the vehicle. Some people will be like, hey, depending on the vehicle has a slow acceleration. Okay, you're dealing with a CVT transmission. It's going to have that rubber band effect. It's not going to be gone like a traditional transmission. Some people don't know what the difference is. So, bottom line is that I had to talk to my sister, who's my partner. And she said, you got the receipt, right? And it slipped my mind. I said, what receipt? She said, you got the car cleaned recently. No one's drove the car since those 2 days, because the guest comes back. We always have our team members go take the car. If it's at night, they take the car the following morning or afternoon to be washed. And then she's like, send on that. I said, because I told her, I said, she got one more thing to say before I do something drastic. Because I don't have time to be arguing when we know what we done right. We send her the receipt, silence on the net. And I mean silence. She don't respond back. She don't be like, that's fake. She don't say anything. We took a picture of the membership at AutoBell for the vehicle in the receipt that we got that shows what type of work was done to the car. So then there you go. She didn't say anything. She couldn't say anything. She took the car back like she was supposed to. But the lesson learned from this is that always have documentation on what you do. I don't care if it's the recent maintenance on the vehicle. You have that in your back pocket. You don't have to show it, but have it in your back pocket. And when I say have it in your back pocket, if customers say, hey, this car ain't had an oil change, this car has bad tires, blah, 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 you can pull out the documentation showing otherwise. And when you have the documentation, all they have is accusations, right? You have proof, they have accusations. Which one's gonna hold up when it comes to Turo? Turo's gonna look at the paperwork. Not gonna listen to this person who don't have any proof, who just trying to get a discount. Same thing with cleaning. Now, I did find something in the car and I could have got her for it. Another thing I learned is that sometimes you don't need to fight all the fights, because at the end of the day, we're probably going to 3-star this lady. The car came back normal, but like, I don't want to encourage someone to come back. Or you don't have to necessarily 3-star. You can give her a 4-star and don't give her no discount, no incentive to rent with us again, which I'm fine with. Because if you're nickel and diming me for your issue of your lack of funding, because I met guests like that, and y'all know those nightmare stories. You don't want those people. You don't want those as your client, because they're always going to give you a hard time. No matter what you do, you could be walking on water. They don't care. But for me, I just take my time. I stay focused on what needs to be